Hey guys, hope you all enjoyed the meal prep video that I did for you last week. I am going to be doing another one. I'm going to be doing one next week and we're going to base it around a slow cooker. So if you haven't got yourself a slow cooker, go out and buy one this week because you're going to need it. You can pick them up for around 15 quid. I mean, I've got a nice big 3 litre one there that you can see. You can get about 7 or 8 meals out of there. They're quite handy. But you can pick them up for about 15 quid off Amazon. If not, I know Sainsbury's sell them. They're a little bit more expensive, but get one of those for next week because you're going to need one. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of breakfast and how a typical breakfast of cereal or croissants, it doesn't have to be a breakfast food per se. So your breakfast is basically just your first meal of the day. I mean, it doesn't matter what time that first meal of the day is. It's completely down to what suits you. I mean, it's actually 12 o'clock. I've still not eaten yet. I've just been busy all morning. My first meal of the day, it's 12. My day runs quite late, so I don't eat my last meal till 9. But again, that's completely down to you. I mean, if you have a busier morning, you might want to wake up and get your breakfast done. Today's breakfast or first meal should I say, is aimed at being a quick, simple, high protein breakfast and a tasty breakfast at that. It's one of my favourite recipes actually. It's a sort of a twist on a Thai omelette. So for those of you in the know, that I have just returned from Thailand a couple of months ago, and since coming back from Thailand we've absolutely hammered the Thai green curry paste. So it's a Thai omelette with a little bit of a twist. So, this recipe shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes. I mean, the ingredients that I've got in there are aimed at being pretty simple, basic and quick, most importantly. I mean, if you want to have your breakfast first thing in the morning, or you've got kids, you want to get up, get it done, get it in your mouth and get out of the house. So we've got pre-cooked chicken, Babybel Lights, eggs, pre-cooked veg, you know I'm a big fan of this, some chili puree, my girlfriend likes it spicy, tee-hee. I like a little bit of barbecue, some jalapenos, optional, and then a tiny little dash of soy sauce. So first thing you're going to do is just get your pan extra hot. I like to use the coconut oil. I think it's a great little thing. And then I'm going to make this this meal for 2 people. So I'll post the macros later, but I'll do it per portion. So with 2 people, I'm going to use about half of these. So it's about 320 grams. So literally just tip in about half of what you want. Maybe a little bit more. I'm feeling hungry. Okay. You're just going to give that a little bit of a mix up. Then we're going to chuck the chicken, just tear it in there, Jamie Oliver style. And all we're waiting to do is for that just to catch a little bit of that heat, okay? What we can do while we're waiting for that to heat up is we can just start preparing some of the other bits. So I like using these mini Babybels. So you can just cut them. If you cut them just in half like this, and then empty them out, saves faffing around. So I think there's around 70 calories per slice, so I'm a massive fan of cheese, and having a block of mature cheddar in my fridge is just a nightmare because I'll get it all on the toast and it won't even last a day. So I can portion my cheese out if we use these mini Babybels. So we just keep stirring that. If you've got a good non-stick pan, you don't need a lot of oil. So maybe suggesting investing in a little wok. Once they're cut up into little cubes, you can chuck those in, like a bit of cheese, and then you can start to put your seasoning in. Like I say, this is optional. The red jalapenos aren't as spicy, so they're a bit softer. Chuck that in. Give that a bit of a mix. Okay, a little bit of the chili paste. Again, this is optional. You can just do this recipe with a little bit of the barbecue seasoning, or you can use jerk seasoning, or if you're really struggling, just use a little bit of the fajita seasoning. Okay, once that's got to a nice temperature, all we're going to do, because I'm doing this for 2 people, I'm going to use 4 eggs, but again, it's completely down to you. If you just after a smaller breakfast, you can just use 1 egg per person. I'm going to use 4. Okay, and then it doesn't take long, and it depends how you like your eggs. I quite like mine a little bit runny. And the Thais, when they do their omelettes, they're not like your typical omelettes where they're sort of all together. They overload it with veg, and it's more like a scrambled egg. But you do need a hot pan for it to all stick together. Okay. Right, while that's cooking up, what I'm going to do is just get the plates out for the serving. Right, okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I've got a nice serving size there. Okay, and then just before it's about to be done, I love soy sauce. You can buy this soy sauce light, I just feel like it's not the same. All it is salt really. Right, so just a little splash of the soy sauce just to give it a little bit of an extra kick. Okay. And I think we're now good to go. Right, okay, so this is how it turns out. So this has probably taken me about 3 or 4 minutes. As long as you're prepared with the food in your fridge, like the packets of chicken, the cheese, the veg, and you're not having to spend time preparing it to be cooked, it can be done in minutes. This has probably taken me as long as it would take to do like 4 rounds of toast and some jam. It's such a great breakfast, but cooking like this doesn't have to take time. It really doesn't. I've come home for my sort of lunch / breakfast, and I've got about 45 minutes to spare, and I've still got some other stuff to do. So it's taken me from coming in, setting up the video, setting up the camera, getting the ingredients out the fridge, cooking it, getting it on the plate, and I'm gonna leave the washing up to Erin because I do the cooking. But if you take the washing up out of the equation, it's a 5-minute meal. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you next week. Bye.